Ha! You funny. Tell Los to get down here. Damn Los. Hey yo Los.
Damn, Los, I thought I told you not to be on YouTube. What it do, guys? It's your boy Lo back with another video. And today, you know, I'm a big anime fan, so I thought I would check out top 10 anime fights of 2020. And you know, I ain't been really keeping up on anime. I'm an old anime head like Naruto, One Punch Man. I've recently been getting into like Promise of Neverland, really kind of expanding my horizon. But I wanted to check out these fights because, you know, I've heard a lot of good things about Jujutsu Kaisen, and I might have said that wrong, but I'm going to see what these fights are about, bro. We're going to check and see what it's all about, and we're going to hopefully catch some good fights because I'm ready. I'm ready for it, and I hope they bring some pressure with it because I need it. You know, it's been a long day at work, and I'm bringing it. So let's see what's going on over here. Let me get over here to this. Oh, my bad. Hit the wrong thing. All right. So they kicking it off strong. Let's see what's going on here. Let me get over here real quick. Let me hit that for you real quick. Okay.
It didn't seem too long ago, but we're actually in the last few weeks of 2020 already.
Yo, it's 2021.
Largely in part to the situation of the world at large. Nevertheless, the recovery of the anime industry is a tale for the ages, and I still find myself amazed at Japanese resiliency that managed to still bring us these shows that we love. So for today, I'll be going through 10 of the best anime fights in 2020, because let's be honest, half of the guys who like shonen series like anime for the fantasy and the fights, and we'll be taking a look at the best of the both of them today. As a precaution, there will be spoilers on this list, but I'll try to keep them to a minimum. Also, I won't be including stuff from fall 2020, even though I've already had some candidates in mind. I'll be saving that for the fall fights video.
Endeavor, that's my boy.
This video. Now, before anything, I'd like you to subscribe and help this channel reach its next milestone. Your contribution would be much appreciated.
All right, here we go.
We start the list with the fight where everyone teams up against Demon in Black Clover.
I seen that fight.
It's been a while, but I legitimately think that Black Clover's become an underrated show. It may be because of the bad publicity it had when it first aired, but it has become a really enjoyable show now. But not a lot of people still seem to be watching it. A battle shonen is nothing without good fights, but we see a prime example.
I see it all the time, bro.
Black Clover brings to the table with this fight.
I love it.
Pretty much encapsulates what a shonen fight is. Tense circumstances, a seemingly unbeatable foe, old reliable allies pitching in and joining the fight with their own awesome stunts. Seeing Asuna surpass his limits while the opening music plays in the background sent chills down my spine, really. The finishing move's probably one of my favorite Black...
Alright, man, real talk. Real quick. I'm just gonna say this. Comment your favorite anime down below, man. Right now, mine is still hands down Naruto. I guess I'm just an old head, but for all time, it goes to, you know, my cowboy, bro. And if you don't know, you don't know, but that is my favorite show. But Naruto right now, so everybody, you know, comment below, what is y'all's favorite anime? What has got y'all pumped right now? I need some more shows to watch, so if y'all can give me some good shows, I would appreciate it. So go ahead and drop that below and let me know after you hit the subscribe and like, though. I see you.
Moments this year, period. It's too bad that many people sleep on Black Clover, but I think it's done pretty well for itself given the circumstances.
I mean, with that being number 10, the rest of these better be hot. I have never seen this. Oh, they throwing bows. Catch this.
Dynamic duo of Shuichi and Claire had a tough customer as their first challenge while getting used to their powers. They'd barely gotten an idea of the whole coin collecting business and their powers before they get shoved into the battle royale by Hikawa and her powerful limbs. The fight itself is not that swingy, as once Shuichi and Claire got a hang of things, they dispatched their first opponent without too much effort. The thing ends up with us getting a glimpse of Claire's ruthless side, but not before we get to see some great animation courtesy of Pine Jam. I think that the fight belongs here because it's one of the things that put Gleipnir on the map. Thanks to how the fight was done in a way that outdoes its
I might have to check that
counterpart,
out.
the encounter helped Gleipnir break through and become one of the more popular shows in the admittedly dry spring season. It then led the way to more amazing fights that we'll see down the line, but in terms of actual visuals, none of them come close to this one.
Yeah.
We
I'm gonna have to
continue
check
with
that out.
something Big. Misaka versus Doppelganger in the finale of Railgun T.
Railgun T. Bro, I gotta step my anime up, bro. Right now I'm on that Demon Slayer.
But while that battle between side characters has all the makings of a grand fight, I think it just lacked a bit of oomph in terms of spectacle and scale compared to what we have as an ending to Railgun T. Where else could you see a giant Godzilla in anime and a showcase of how badass Misaka really is? I mean, before this, you'd probably think how she's one of the weaker level 5s thanks to how normal she seemed amongst the gallery of sociopaths or downright insane people. It makes you forget
All
that
right.
Misaka is actually the third ranked among them. Well, look no further than this fight that caps off Railgun T's storied run, which sees her face off against a seemingly unbeatable foe with near-perfect adaptability. The
Dang.
run by the rest of Scavenger as uneasy allies also brought me joy when I first watched this finale. Now, I hope that this convinced you to give Railgun T a shot, especially
Railgun
if you enjoyed
T.
the
I'ma
previous seasons.
check
Well,
that out.
On its third season, it hasn't lost its edge ever since the series started a decade ago.
Okay.
I really
Oh man.
this PS5 from Honey. Deserve it.
There we go, cause that's getting
Well,
out of
here's a
hand.
battle featuring a side character now, as we move on to Berkoli versus Vector.
Let's go. I haven't seen this one. Oh snap.
Last core of Sword Art Online's War of Underworld went off to a fast start.
Bruh.
After a controversial start to the
Look, bro, I have Funimation, and I be seeing these shows, but I don't be thinking they gonna kick like this. And they kick it. They kicking hard. So I'm gonna have to sit down and actually watch some of this because I've heard of the Gordon or whatever. I've seen this one. I mean, I've heard of it. I see them all on Funimation, but I don't be watching them. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I gotta get on that.
A lot of people were brought back by the amazing fight that followed an episode after. And it wasn't Kirito's return that got people most excited. That would have to wait until around 5 to 6 more episodes. It was Berkoli's battle against Dark Lord Vector. Prior to this fight, we barely saw much of what Berkoli could really do, but this should prove that he more than deserves his moniker of being the legendary hero and the strongest Integrity Knight. Going toe-to-toe with the Lord of Darkness is next to impossible.
Damn.
The leader of the Integrity Knights did it. As a novel reader, I can say that some details were omitted, which would have made the fight even more amazing, but I'm generally satisfied with what A1 gave us. This fight might not have been the most important one or the best adapted in this core, but in terms of visuals and presentation, this
This
fight
is beautiful.
completely blows everything else
Like-
out of the water. A1 really
Low key. Anime is beautiful, man. Like, I'm sorry. Look at the color schemes that it gives us, man. I couldn't find a better spectrum, man, to put that on. Cause like, I mean, I don't even watch regular TV no more, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's either anime or nothing. So that's crazy. But the colors on this, oh my God, it's beautiful.
bringing their
Beautiful.
into their cash cow
Look at that.
franchise. We
Look at the
continue
coloring.
battles against impossible obstacles with the entire sequence versus Tiamat in the last part of Fate Grand Order Babylonia.
Okay. Y'all will link the regular video in my description, man, below, but I'm sorry if I'm blocking out the names and stuff.
Now, I think I've cheated with this one a little bit. Why? Well, I won't be talking about a single fight, but I'll be compiling everything into a sequence. The whole sequence against Tiamat as she marches towards Uruk is nothing short of awesome. Noble phantasms being thrown everywhere, so many characters.
Yo, man, this is crazy.
Some really amazing scenes like Quetzalcoatl's double Noble Phantasm and the Mash and Merlin combo. For me, it's this series of episodes that make Babylonia the most fun I've had in a
Babylonia.
anime in a while. It helps that the music
Okay.
choice for these scenes are my jam, and along with the voice acting, it really enhances moments. If you're looking for a Fate anime to watch, make sure you give this one a whirl. Don't be intimidated with how it's supposed to be towards the end of the Grand Order storyline. You can completely watch Babylonia as a standalone without prior knowledge of Fate.
All right, that's beautiful.
Japanese anime on the list, like this one from
White Cat
Legends.
Legends. Okay. Who made this?
If you've been following, I recently featured this fight a few lists back, and looking at the stuff that I've watched this year, I can proudly say that I made the right call. Looking at the year as a whole,
That boy
this
throwing them
fight
joints.
still holds up really well.
Cut his
Watch it
throat
in
on him.
Context and still be entertained. That's not to say that the fight has no emotional weight behind it though, but this one I'm pretty sure
All right.
for its choreography and just how complicated
Yeah.
the sequence is. It's a complete chore to animate, yes. But thanks to the amazing team who brought us this series, we got something so aesthetically pleasing. We don't have grand attacks like noble phantasms that take up
What is
80%
that? Does he
of the
drop?
screen in explosions, but as some say, less is more and simple is better.
Ooh. Man, I got an ad coming up. Jesus. Hold up. Yeah, see Funimation. Look. They get it how they live. We're not even gonna finish it. Let's finish this.
If you've been paying attention to my videos lately, you won't be surprised to see this on the list.
Fog heavy. Dropping. Oh yeah. Oh.
Each of the 5 elements may be short, but it brings with it a kind of animation excellence that's been sorely lacking in a number of its contemporaries. Maybe it's due to being less mainstream and thus being under the radar. That way the team have less pressure and probably deal with less deadlines. Whatever the reason may be, 2 thumbs up for the work they did in this sequence. In fact, if you were to tell me which Fog Hill fight I have to feature, I'd consider this interchangeable with the bridge scene that I featured on another list. Make sure to check that video out too if you've got the time.
I gotta check out some of these. Yo.
This is insane. Come on, try playing the video in slow motion and you can see how much work got put into the sequence in order to give us this experience.
I'm
I had a hard time
telling you.
following the action at times, and that's not a negative thing, not in this context. It instead adds to the experience of the scene, and it's an experience that you rarely get these
I might have to hop off and go check these out.
Is coming
Oh,
soon,
yeah.
didn't you? Wait no more now because our
Yeah.
next entry is Endeavor versus
Low key. Hey, don't laugh at me right now. But I cried, bruh. Endeavor is my boy. I saw this fight. I saw it already. I cried, dog. That's my boy when he put the fist. Bye. Y'all gotta watch it. Y'all gonna stop playing Endeavor like he weak.
My Hero Academia really gave us one spectacular send-off. It shows off some lit visuals as well as a big redemption for everyone's favorite bad dad. It's a fight filled with high stakes because quite honestly, I think that the whole of Japan is screwed if Endeavor and Hawks can't take down the high-end Nomu. When Hood began seeking out strong opponents, he got what he wanted, and it was a spectacle that we all got. The fight's not a stomp, but it's a very intense back and forth exchange
Yep.
with a lot of fake finishes. A lot of times you think that the fight's over, but the combatants just keep coming back. Plus we get to see a plethora of Endeavor's moves that couldn't have been animated any better. It's just simply beautiful. I personally still put United States of Smash as my favorite fight, but this one's right
Hell
up there
yeah.
too, in terms of how impactful it was.
Hopefully they show you what I was talking about on the end. Oh no, they ain't gonna show it.
Second place on this list is Jin versus Devi from God of High School.
Okay, I want to watch this. Okay. Oh yeah, they throwing bowls. Whoop whoop, bink bink bink,
Entered with a bang,
bink.
but unfortunately,
Come here.
can't carry that momentum to the end. When critics called God of High School an anime that's just full of fights, it makes you think that the fight should at least live
That's
up to the hype.
crazy, man.
For the most part, I think the fights more than pull their weight and still make God of High School an exciting watch. At the forefront of many fights is Jin versus Devi. It's a tough decision for me, but I give this fight the nod because of the sheer hype and stakes it has going for it. We just saw Devi demolish his previous opponent, and we finally learned why he seemed so hell-bent on winning. In the hopes of saving his friend, Devi had taken on a much more sadistic turn at fighting, and this new fighting style surely gave Jin a run for his money.
Yeah.
The fight has to be seen to be believed, as we got a brilliant barrage of
I gotta
attacks that
see
showcase
it,
both fighters'
man.
intensities and wills to win. The best part
Oh,
about it
man.
is that it ends with the classic happy ending for everyone, with bonds forged through fire and a renewed will to face tomorrow. You can find gems in the most unlikely of places, and that saying couldn't be any more true with the #1 entry for today's list. That one fight from Hitori Noshita.
Hinori Toshita. Bro, I just gotta watch the whole list. I gotta check him out. Ooh, he hit a whole nigga up out of him.
Any of you expected to get a fight this good from a
Whoa.
Chinese anime? Raise your hand. If you expected it to come from the 3rd season of Hitori Noshita, keep your hands raised. Okay, now if you kept your hand
Bro,
raised,
he
you
is
know the
whooping
The
their
series
ass.
as a whole isn't too popular, and who would have expected this gem of a fight to be hidden in its 3rd season of all places? Heck, I won't even consider it much of a 3rd season, but more of a transition to a possible 4th season. Yet in this unassuming transition
He is
season of the
whooping
lead
they
show, we have some of
ass,
the
dog.
sleekest and smoothest animation for a fight scene in as far back as I can remember. For how much is going on and how fast things are moving, it amazes me how the animators just knocked it out of the park with this one. In terms of dramatic stakes, the fight might be nowhere near the top, but in terms of animation and fight choreography, it certainly takes the cake for the best fights in 2020.
That's crazy. Low key, these fights throwing bows. I like how. I really like. I'll talk about it at the end.
So, how did you find
All
this
right,
list? Do you
yeah.
think-
Look, them last two little get downs right there, that was real fighting, boy. You could tell that it was a lot of pressure put into that artwork. It was beautiful, man. I'm gonna have to check out some of these shows though. I'm gonna have to check out a lot of these shows. I'm an anime fan, and I feel like I'm not doing my part by not checking these out, you know, because this is beautiful. But you know, I'm gonna stay on top of it. This is my goal, man. I'm telling y'all right now, just because I feel like y'all should know. I am gonna try to upload every day a reaction video until I can get a camera so I can go back to vlogging and stuff like that. Right now we're gonna stick to these reactions just because the simple fact is I don't got a camera. But once I get a camera, we back on it. We back on bringing some good content and everything. Not saying this content ain't gonna be lit, cause you know I'm gonna always bring the fire, cause it's Low Nation, bro. You know. So I do appreciate you guys for checking out this video. And if you please hit the like and subscribe button, you know, it'll help your boy Low grow. So, you know, hit it with that, boy. But without further ado, peace.